E85 from Pearson Fuels. Cannot wait to actually get this conversion done. Soon we'll have this sticking into this to get the most horsepower out of the Coyote swap. To everybody that has supported the build, thank you guys so much. If you see your name, drop a comment down below. If you want to get your name on the hood of Beverly, the Coyote Swap 68 Fastback, make sure to click the link down below, grab yourself some merch, hit me up on Instagram, and your name could be here. Thank you so much for your support. Top of the morning here to Miley. Very hot topic, E85. I run it, I've been running it. You guys have seen the results ever since I got this car. This has been doing nothing but E85. Today, we're gonna teach you what E85 is, how to use it, should you equip it, performance results, and everything you need to know about ethanol. Probably the best fuel that I highly recommend, and a lot of you guys don't really know what E85 is, so that's what we're gonna go ahead and discuss. Let's go ahead and fire up Miley. We're gonna go with Will here. Will's making his video with the Roush supercharged Mustang, and we're gonna go to the gas station, fill up, and teach you a little bit more about it. Gotta love E85. Second time is always a charm. Finally made it here to the gas station, E85. A lot of you guys have probably seen this station around town, maybe going to a Chevron, 76, G&M, where I'm currently at right now. What is this? Can you equip it? Does it make more horsepower? Is it more fuel efficient? Let's go ahead and talk about it. But it looks like the price is at $3, which if you're in California or just anywhere around it, you guys know gas prices have just been skyrocketing, and it's breaking my wallet because here I gas up every other day. Getting 10 miles per gallon is not the most pleasant thing to have for a 1200 horsepower Shelby GT500. Let's go ahead and talk about it. I'm here with my buddy Will with his 2014 Roush Mustang, and this has a pretty cool present right underneath this hood. Go ahead and check it out. As you guys see, he has a Roush Mustang with a sick wrap DM slider and the Pro Charger right here, V6. Guess how much horsepower this thing is pushing? 500. One of the main components on why he's pushing 500 is, of course, this big old snail of a Pro Charger. I love Pro Charger. I had it on my 3-valve Mustang. And he's running E85. He also had new wheels. Go ahead and check out his new setup here. Pretty cool wheel setup. But we're gonna go ahead and talk about his full fuel setup, what he has to do to run E85, because not everybody could just put E85 in their car. You need to get the components as well as the tune in order to run it. But once when you get it all together, boom, 500 horsepower on a V6 Mustang, can't get better than that.
You need a tune, a fuel pump, usually, and definitely some bigger injectors to deliver it faster.
3 simple mods is all he needed to run ethanol. That is critical. Do not put E85 in your car if you do not have those 3 components. Talk to your tuner. You may not need fuel pumps like I didn't need fuel pumps. It really depends on your car. So 3 simple mods to run E85. Talk to your tuner, equipped it, and you'll be just like Will, running 500 horsepower. Now let me go ahead and talk about my setup, because my setup is special. Every car is unique in its own way. So let's go ahead and pop the trunk here. With the 2014 Shelby GT500s, they come with powerful pumps. And excuse my mess here, I have a Kenny Belt supercharger dual booster pump, and what this does is increase the voltage to your pumps to force more fuel into the motor. Talking about the injectors, I have ID 1700 injectors, which is a massive, man, let me tell you, a massive injector to go ahead and force fuel into the motor. And that is my full setup. I have a booster pump, I have the ID 1700 injectors, and that is it, along with, of course, a computer tune. As mentioned previously, you need to tune your car on E85, so make sure you talk to your tuner, but it's as simple as that for me. All right, let's talk about one of the cons about running E85, and I'm being completely transparent with you. You're not gonna get these stations every block like you do normal gasoline. However, Pearson Fuels has an application that you could go ahead and download on Android and iOS that allows you to see every single gas station within a radius that you are in. So keep in mind that if you run E85, you can't just get off at any freeway and gas up. You do kind of have to plan out, locate where the nearest E85 station is, and from there, then you'll be able to fuel up. So that is one of the cons of running E85. Another cool thing that I didn't know about E85 is that we're actually running 100 plus octane, which a lot of people get confused. 85, hey, that's cheap gasoline, because you also have 91, 89, and 87. But in reality, we're running 100 plus octane. Another con that you'll be facing while running E85 is how fast that fuel will burn, because you are running 100 plus octane, which is insane. So because the octane is so high and so cold, it burns a lot quick. So the fuel does not last as long as normal 91 octane fuel. So that's just something to keep in mind as one of the cons while running E85. Welcome back to another video here. We're finally out, dark of course, but today is a video I'm very excited to announce, because we've been gathering all of the parts for the Classic, because as you guys know, we're doing a Coyote swap and we are putting the pieces one by one. I don't want to start this project until we have all of the at least major pieces to get the ball rolling. And today we're going to talk about one of the most pivotal parts that you absolutely need when building a Classic Mustang with a Coyote swap. So let's get right into it. So we made the video on the Rod and Custom Motorsports front end conversion to fit this Coyote motor into here, which deletes those strut tower brakes so that the Coyote can fit in without rubbing, touching, or anything, or really absolutely just fitting inside of here. So we had the Rod and Customs front end conversion with a lot more parts. This is just the main component. We have the custom built Gen 1 Coyote motor from Wayne Built. If you have not seen all videos, this is going to be the motor that's going to be going inside of the Classic. We also have the TKX transmission from Tremec. This thing is so tiny, but packs yet a powerful punch that could hold up to 600 foot-pounds of torque. This is going to be able to be installed without having to cut the transmission tunnel, which is going to cost a lot of money, a lot of labor. We don't want to do that. So we got this aftermarket TKX transmission that hopefully is going to resolve a lot of our problems. We also talked about the Alloy Works radiator and fan cooling system, which is going to be replacing this moldy, rusted out, and weak radiator that's currently on here. And this is going to support the Coyote motor to keep it nice and cool. And for the fuel system, we have in these boxes from Aeromotive. We're going to do an unboxing review and then later install to show you guys the fuel system that we'll be equipping on the Classic. I'm super happy to announce that we'll be running full E85 on my Classic Mustang, which is going to be one of the most coolest thing, interesting. I haven't really seen it, but E85 is my preferred fuel, especially from Pearson Fuel. I've ran it on Miley, and I'm going to be running it on Beverly as well. We're going to be pushing the most horsepower that we could possibly do, and E85 is going to be the fuel that we'll need, especially on a daily given basis here. So let's go ahead and unbox these packages from Aeromotive and see the E85 fuel system that we have for Beverly. All right, we have the first box from Aeromotive, the big boy. Let's go ahead and do the unboxing. Hello, you. So right out of the box, there's multiple boxes within the boxes, but as you guys see here, we just have basic fittings that is just lined up all along the side of the box here. So this is basically it. We're not going to go through everything. I'll show you guys the full package that you could get from Aeromotive, but let's go ahead and open the boxes within the boxes. One of the first things that we have here is the fuel line. I'm not entirely sure exactly what this fuel line goes to. However, these braided lines look very high quality, sturdy, and looks like it could handle some heat. So this is out of the first box that was on top. And the second box has some more braided lines. So that's what was inside of those two boxes. Now, if you guys are wondering exactly what all of these smaller boxes are, they're just basically little fittings that connect the full fuel line. Everything does have to be custom routed, custom fueled, custom plumbed. So all of these particular fittings are just going to be what you will need to make the system work. Again, every single car is unique in their own way, but luckily Aeromotive has everything you need to make any system work, especially when you're building a classic car. So these again are just normal fittings, and I think this is going to be more than enough than what we need in order to make this fuel system work. All right, opening this box here in that medium-sized package, let's go ahead and see what we have in store. And it looks like what we have is the electrical system to make the fuel pump work. This quality, let me tell you, is so nice. It's nice and girthy. It has the braided lines. Everything here is just top-notch, high quality, and the length that we'll need to basically route this throughout the full car. So we got the full wiring system in this box. Now in the smaller box, what we have is the fuel filter. This thing is pretty cool. Along with the fuel filter, we have the basic fittings to make everything work. Per usual, Aeromotive has everything you need. All right, and then there's only one last box, and I think I know what this one is. Let's go ahead and open it up. And when we talk about the big one, this is the big one to support E85 and the horsepower goals that we are shooting for. Here we have, wow, look at this packaging. This packaging, this fuel pump ain't going anywhere. Let me go ahead and just take this out. And here we have the fuel pump to go ahead and support all of the flow that E85 will need. In addition, if you did not know, E85 needs 40% additional flow than normal octane gas like 87, 89, 91, and 93. And we have the fuel pump here to go ahead and get everything rolling. So, and here is the actual pump. Now that we have all of the components for the fuel, let's go ahead and talk about the rest of the system here, because as you guys know, we still have fuel injection as well as the tank and other small accessories. And one of the last pieces that were in this box includes the regulator for the fuel supply, and this is looking very nice. I like the red aluminum along with the black Aeromotive. Now when we talk about fuel injectors, these are the stock fuel injectors that come with the Coyote. When it comes to E85 and the higher flow of 40%, we are going to have to upgrade these injectors as well as injector rail. You don't necessarily have to do this, but it is a good upgrade while you do it. However, we will be doing the injector upgrade once when I get word from my tuner. It's very important to talk to your tuner to see what injectors work best for you. Most likely we'll probably be going for the ID 1000s, even though that is an overkill. It's always better for more fuel than not enough fuel. When it comes to injectors, you're gonna have to stick along here with the channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to see exactly what injectors we go with, but this is going to be one of the final pieces that injects the fuel into the motor. Now, when it comes to the fuel tank or the fuel cell, that's one component I still have not gotten just quite yet, because I just need to purchase a 16-gallon normal tank here for my Fastback. This is the stock one. This only comes with 8 gallons, which is so small, and I'm literally fueling up so much. But we are going to be swapping out this 8-gallon tank for a 16-gallon one, probably from Summit Racing, with a very similar setup just like this in the trunk. In addition, there is one more component, which is the breather. That is another part that I had to order that Aeromotive did not have here for the full system. However, once when I gathered those two pieces, that's pretty much the full system here in when we talk about fuel. So super excited to go ahead and unbox this. Now all we have to do is put it together, and we are getting very, very close to the final results of getting this Coyote up and running. As I mentioned throughout the full video, each build is unique in every single way, and I don't want you guys to go ahead and get the same exact system that I've got just because I've shown you. My system is very, very specific. Leave it up to Aeromotive. Go ahead and message them, call them, do whatever you need to do to get into contact with them so that they can provide you the best fuel system for your car in particular. They are the experts when it comes to fueling, and I highly recommend them. I will be equipping Aeromotive throughout my full ride here. The next step here is to fire it up and see how this fuel system does. And that is it here for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the educational video on E85. Thank you so much for Pearson Fuels on sponsoring the video, as well as Aeromotive Fuel Supply that is sponsoring the video. I'll go ahead and put down all the information down in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below. This would have not been possible without you. I'll see you guys on the next one. Deuces.